What I would like you all to do is bring everything together in what I call the blueprint. All you really need to do is set up a spreadsheet that has the right questions on it. So what you want to do is have the add link, add angle, add trend, replicate, differentiation, angle, and trend. For many of you, what you want to do is identify an advert or an ad and then fill out this spreadsheet. And I'm going to do this in a very basic manner just so you get an understanding of each of the questions or titles within this spreadsheet. When you do this, make sure you add as much detail as possible. So you want to start by adding the link of the actual ad you are referring to. Then for the ad angle, what we want to do is identify what particular angle the ad is attacking the funnel at. So in my particular case, the ad angle I'm going to go ahead and use is the one I've been describing throughout each of these days, which is a behind the scenes weekly series. Now, I've not drawn this off a particular ad from any of the blueprint tools that I've shown you. This has purely come from the research that we conducted earlier in the Performance Creator Bootcamp. Therefore, I will go ahead and add this into my ad angle. In terms of ad trend within my niche, what I've noticed is there's a massive show of materialistic objects such as vehicles, jewelry, etc. Therefore, I will add this into my ad trend. So from here, I'm now going to move over to replicate. The question you are asking yourself is, what do I want to take from this particular ad and replicate within my ad or my free value offer? So again, for me, this is simple. Because my prospect has an extreme amount of content online, I'm going to go ahead and take everything he shows in relation to wealth and wealth creation and use this within my free value offer. The next question to ask yourself is, what are you going to do to differentiate yourself from this particular ad that you're looking at? This requires you to go through some creative thought process. For all of you in this campus, the differentiation aspect should almost always be integrating AI. And of course, if you can think of any other differentiators, then go ahead and add this into your spreadsheet. The next is angle. Now, for a lot of you, you're probably confused why we've got add angle and why we've got angle. Add angle is you referencing the actual angle the ad is coming out. And this angle is basically you perhaps cross-referencing on some of the work that you've done in the previous video and seeing where they both align. So for example, if the ad that you're currently doing this blueprint on is attacking the consumer or it's from a cost angle, then you would go ahead and look back on some of the angles that you've written down. And if you've got something that's related to cost, then that is what you would write here. For me, I'm creating a free value offer. I've already identified a particular angle that I'm interested in. Therefore, it's the same for me. Behind the scenes weekly series. And for many of you who are doing a free value offer, rather than any of the other scenarios this blueprint can be applied to, you'll find that your ad angle and your angle will be the same. Then we move on to trend. The best way to use trend is to identify certain commonalities that you are spotting within your niche through the variety of ads that you've researched. So for example, if there's a particular color theme that seems to do quite well, and let's just say, and this particular ad that you're looking at or doing this blueprint on seems to utilize that color theme throughout, then that's something you would add as a trend. Perhaps it's a style of subtitles. And for me, that is what I'm going to go ahead and choose in this particular blueprint. I will be adding subtitles. And what I found is the black and white glowing subtitles seem to be quite common within the wealth niche. And usually when there's a specific emphasis on a word, it has a color associated to it. So that is what I will be including as my trend. Now, with all this being said, I'm going to revert back to what I said at the start of this video. This is just me really quickly putting together a high level example. What you actually should be doing is every single ad that interests you, or perhaps it has a high click-through rate, therefore you know it has the potential to have a high conversion rate, you should be doing this entire analysis for that ad. And before you all start asking me how many of them should I do, volume is essential. I would advocate for you to do as many as possible until you start identifying commonalities in what you're writing. So for example, if you've done 20 ad blueprints and you've started to realize that every single one of them has a common angle or a common trend, then that is probably your signal to say you have found the right blueprint for either your ad or your free value offer. And there you have it, a great base to go ahead and start putting together your free value offer using the blueprint outlined in this Performance Creator Bootcamp.